Today, Saturn's smallest moon with the voice of 6 and the eye of a galaxy asks, "Mom, what does perspective mean?" What I don't tell her is that it is a picture taken in Haiti of a girl on a shaken island laying hard on the earth with her school skirt singing some privilege in a state of no privilege pressed. The lute, framed art left by some authority, and her arms not worth the heroic effort of returning to rightful owners who no longer have walls to adorn. Oh, but when she was still running, perhaps it was the roof or a lean-to of siblings weathering aftershocks and gravity under heavier things, or kindling, or currency for a first maybe last meal, or a sip of non-necrotic water, or just something to have. Shot through by the law and left for dead because she is dead, foreshadowing a stretched canvas sky housing hundreds of thousands dying under the rubble of concrete roofs of card houses just good enough for the dark culture of nothing. A quiet warning for 2 erected figures to the right of the frame, leisurely walking like the nouveau rich after the looting, booty balanced on heads, and no one else is there. I don't tell her that perspective is the picture laid beside this one of 8 foreign cameras held by 8 pairs of hands. There is not one demon among them, yet they are compensated for their horrible duty, and they hover in just the right angle of light, each at 5 paces from her body, from the girl. Snapping madly for the award-winning picture artfully cropped to crafty photojournals demanding from outside humanity sympathy, outrage, and money that will never reach land, foreshadowing the Northwest woman checking only the images in the expensive tool of her trade, her inevitable graving begging the question of her proximity at the moment the 14-year-old fell so loudly and made news. Foreshadowing the remains of slow progress teetering, and one man-grown Haitian standing centered in the also cropped frame, not looking at the dead who are too plentiful, but at the living whose language he has never learned or has just forgotten. So likely himself just orphaned by a family extended through generations and scooped in mounds like the very earth, if any earth had been left, into unmarked dump trucks in procession to the wailing mountains unnamed, possibly whispering below roars of heavy equipment to a monk, "You're missing from me. I miss you. Sometimes I miss breathing." Their names are now known only by God, those who are accused, convicted, and destroyed only by God in his fundamental evangelical wrath, speaking through the tongues of raving and ranting judges, self-ordained in loathing. But here, this Creole steeple tips Catholic voodoo. The crucifix is a stuffed doll with a crown of pins dragging praying beads through rum and fire for a zombie throwing Madonna. Here, magic is magic in any pew. Perspective is the lens bending itself over backwards to refocus time on the invisible history of a proud warriors enslaved by the cost of freedom, in debt to unyoked colonials and the supermen of greed who uprooted every stick from the primordial coral, kicking the topsoil to the wind, causing landslides under the bent thumb of a hemisphere of blindness and wealth, raped repeatedly by the total power puppets through the coup of cholera, the coup of starvation, the coup of slow death in sweatshops that Disney shoved down their throats like food that can no longer be grown, that is replaced corporately and ransomed in ships leaking oily business in garbage and shit-clogged ports. Perspective is often fleeting, little, and late. Perspective is often a slow and painful mission of battling the tumbling walls and dying also, holding fast to the hands they swore to feed or free. Perspective is lying violently still, 5 paces from the arms that might have held her now immortalized body and whispered to her last young breath like a daughter to a monk. Perspective is the terrible dilemma of just shooting her again. What did I say to my Phoebe? Saturn's moon moving in so many rings. Perspective is a point of view, like where you're standing when you look at something, like a picture. It is also something we struggle to put things into.
There is an orchard in my soul where poems fall from me like fruit. Self-contained testimonials to every season I have lived. Some fall still hard and green, blown too soon from me by an ill wind. Now others fall lush and sweet, just ripe for some mouth to recite. Now part lay rotting on the ground, worm-ridden, awaiting validation from a harvester who never comes. The rest hang embryonic, a little more than a blossom's promise. I'll take these, you say, as you bruise my best and discard my worst, but I am absorbed with gathering them all. Too absorbed, in fact, to acknowledge you, fool that you are, who thinks I grow them solely for your consumption.
All right.
I like the feel of deep brown women, the taste, the smell of women the color of chocolate and earth. Tea-colored women with Java eyes. Tea-colored women with Java eyes. I yearn for women who breathe as I do, who sing songs written in my key. Who sing songs written in my key, a likewise sister of my own hue, whose favorite color covers me.
All right. Sometimes I prefer to see the world through the colors of my stained glass window. Bumpy, out of focus, tinted red or violet. The tears in my eyes make images fluid, as if my entire life is submerged in a circus-colored pool. By connecting the dots outside my window, the outward arc of the Big Dipper handle reminds me of the coast of California. I try not to think about that. It makes me sick to my stomach the way I miss you. Not like, I hate the way I miss you, but like, I miss you in a way that my heart seems to break and sink and fill my stomach with its sadness. My knees are skinned from your love, my elbows from your anger, and my heart, my poor heart, bleeding again from the reckless way I treat it. I want to blame you. I want to hate you. I want to scream. Why would you treat me this way? But it's not you I'm yelling at. So, okay, if you've been around for a little while, you know the story of, I used to write to my computer. I named him Johnny 5. And I would write to him. Like, that was kind of how I got, how I like process things. Like, I was talking to him. And so when you hear me talk about Johnny in here, you know that I'm just talking to my computer. Okay. I know what was meant by back at the bars. He didn't mean drinking like a fool again. He didn't mean shooting pool with your buds till 8 a.m., then smoking buds by the pool till dawn. He meant the same evasive politics used by the last administration, and the one before that, and the one before that. It meant here we are, back in the Cardinal's beard. It meant he doesn't think this old dog has learned any new tricks. Have I? I've learned to shake. I've learned to panic. I've learned to twitch. I've learned to play dead. There has to be something else, doesn't there? I decided earlier today, amidst a bit of spite and anger, that there's something I'm not telling myself. I figured it out by hearing myself accuse someone. There's something you're not telling me about yourself. Maybe it's because you're not telling yourself what you don't like in others and all that. Is this that secret? Am I not telling myself of all the wondrous new tricks I've learned? Oh, Johnny, sing to me that I've not told myself how I've learned to cope, I've learned to deal, I've learned to be brave on the rocks. No, not today, Johnny. Soon, you say. Soon you will tell me of my great deeds. 00101001111. Too bad I won't be able to read it. I'd better brush up on my binary code. I have always thought I'm not a bad penny, just the color of an old penny. Now maybe more cinnamon and sugar than copper top. In a land of mystery and a time of magic, the destiny of a kingdom rests on the shoulders of a young woman. I want to scream, I am woman, hear me roar. I am woman, I am domesticated. Oh, turn the fucking page. No, I am not. Fuck these dishes, fuck this vacuum, and definitely fuck this fucking laundry that never gets done. I am the gypsy. I am the romantic. I am Shakespeare. I am sonnets. I am fortune's fool in iambic pentameter beneath boys' balconies. I want to swoon. But middle age weighs heavy. With a growing son, daily I'm torn. I want to teach him crazy, wild love, passion, freedom, courage. Wait. Courage. How to be brave. Brave against the things he fears. I fear domesticity. If I want to teach him how to be brave, how to conquer his fear, I must lead by example. Every good parent knows this. So what do we do? With these stolen moments, we make up some semblance of the start of something. Oh my, that sounds fucking deep, too deep. So, every day, I shut up. And somehow that makes me grow. Like the bullshit that I swallow fertilizes the soul inside me. The soul's so eager for nourishment. Am I making this shit up? No, this is not life. This is a stolen season. Thank you.
Silence. Transcend to the new remedy of new beginnings. Like remembering fiends on the block. Remembering the nights that don't stop. Heart drop. A shot of love, then a bottle of heartbreak, then back to detox. Pop said, don't drop bombs, just let the beats drop. I got a flat line of design, a death watch, mesmerizing trendies, a past, present, and future. My system's all whack, I need a reboot, I need a restart. No fumbles, just game ball. Hard knock like a drywall, an ice wall, no sleep gang. Up all time to get this riding, man. Up all night with this fighting, man. This new road is cut lane like a pitchfork, a fork in the road trying to spoon my way out of this one with a knife in my heart, hanging on all hinges and a top dog like on all fours. Bone and hair grown from the tall trees and the musty oak gear from Arkansas, a razorback kid from birth till death. And I promise to keep this ink spilling from my very last breath. This is the new beginning, so there ain't no stopping. So cut the silence, take a seat and have a listen, because as the kids say, #loud. The second one that I wrote, this one, I just recently wrote it too, and then when I read it to my friends, they're like, oh shit, you should totally read this one, this is really good. And I was like, alright. So there's the second one. Stop, pop off the shots, let's get started. Black Eyed Peas steez, feeling fresh like holy water in a flow with a Jesus piece. Piece of puzzle from a son with no mother, an abusive stepmother with a speech on muzzle. My blood was rumbled, like Mayweather being vain. I'm just saying. The kitchen oven tops couldn't match the heat coming from my thoughts. You want to talk problems? I got them. I may have 99, but this poetry ain't one. One step closer to the soul flow, like beats blaring on the stereo. Merry-go-round. Life ain't a fair, and if you ain't fair talking fair living, I'm coming from a short of passing with welfare, living off mine and my pop's paychecks, going to the sanctuary asking God for a rain check, and all I got was rainy days and mayhem. So brutal. It went past from being just an alcoholic, more like a pill popper passing out in the garage next to the Holy Bible, a lone disciple following the morning star with a crooked smile. A crooked mind, I was left and far from right. Give me an Excedrin. These migraines are coming back again, back against the wall on all fours, and you think they best me? Nah. I came from Sodom and dust and reawoken souls. A demon tried to feast them tell him to set it off. Now his skies are brighter, living life withdrawn from being an outsider. On my new ish, feeling like Da Vinci, a true artist. And this last one that I did, my friend, if you don't know, Reed William Ash, he passed away July 26th, and I talked to his mom about it and told him, I was like, would it be okay if I wrote a poem for him? I read it at his funeral, and she said that was fine. So this one's for Reed up in heaven. Reed, my brother, my friend. Reed was a contender, a go-getter, and had a laugh that'll always be remembered. A good kid by heart and sometimes naughty by nature. A bad gamer. Anyone that ever played in NBA 2K would get dominated, trust me, I know. We graduated together, and it's just so hard to believe that he's gone forever. So sad and mad at the same time, I'm asking God why he took a man at a prime in his life. It's a lot to take in, but when I think about him and all the good times we had way back then, his laugh just reminds me of all the good living. But through it all, the memories, the long nights, and the tears shed, it makes me realize not to take life for granted and to live life to the fullest while you have it. To share the memories and the moments with the ones you love, so when your time comes, you're thankful for all the good times you had. So I dedicate this one to the man, Reed William Ash, and remember always this day to be National Reed Day. So when it comes to take your moment, just pray. And it may seem like I lost a brother, but I like to think I gained another angel. Rest in paradise, Reed, we love you. Thank you guys so much. That was everything I had. And be sure to be here the next third Friday with some more stuff.
I got here in steps, leapt and bound on this ground. It beat me down, but I found myself dog paddling in this wave, foreshadowing what I gave of myself, of my life, of my family. I happily trotted along, singing a song of contention, while drunk neighbors broke in my windows and wheeled my shit away in baby strollers. While shady bitches shrugged their shoulders and stole my clothes. Trash can hoe! You are my playground, my battlefield, my punching bag, myself. Put up on the shelf, peering down at you, clowning around and saying, I love you. The poem's called My Town. It's a call to action. When I was young, I used to hate this place. I hated myself. I hated the rhythm of cars driving 20 miles per hour, the hot summer sun, the mosquitoes, the ticks. I hated the humidity, everyone breathing together. Their foibles and feuds bouncing off of my tender ego like so many shards of glass gone rolling across the kitchen floor only to be stepped on and scratched by busy waitresses caked with eyeliner waiting to do their little dance and roll their eyes as they walk away. I thought life here was pointless. Now of less tender years, I've realized that life is pointless everywhere until you give yourself a reason. I know now that this is my town, the kind of town where one voice can be heard, where small changes make a big difference. A place where I can be whoever I want to be because there is no one here to hold me back. I know now that life is full of problems needing to be fixed, even in a small town, and that all it takes to be important is to stand up and say, I want to make a change.
Here we are again. I remember way back when there were men. this good thing that we got going on. Dreams will always be dreams. You let off your own steam, 'cause you thought life could never be this good. Now your heartbeat settled down. My ears on your chest now, and now's the time for you to discover me. So just open your eyes, love, come over towards me. I'm gonna make this time worth your while. This could be our last love, so let's make this last love. Already more than gotta start time now. They say, girl, get your colors right. I said, but I can't see at night. Girl, when our day comes, what you gonna say? I say, shelter from the rain. I got every excuse to have eyes for another's. My favorite color is you. Staring in your eyes, and I am not surprised to recognize a little part of me. If I got one more chance, I'll make this show romance the best slow dance you could have ever had. So just open your eyes, love, come over towards me. I'm gonna make this time worth your while. This could be our last love, so let's make this last love. Already more than gotta stop time now. They say, girl, get your colors right. I said, but I can't see at night. Girl, when the day comes, what you gonna say? I say, shelter from the rain. I got every excuse to have eyes for another's. My favorite color is you. Thank you, guys. And all this time I thought that we had something that we could agree was meant to be. But now I know, where did all the time run off to? Where did it go? I'm sorry, I just can't go with the flow. You don't know how lucky you are. Not even the luckiest star could give you this. No matter how hard was something that I was not aware. You had no care to mend the seams of whatever that you want can be achieved, love. Whatever that you want can be achieved, love. Oh, oh, oh. You don't know how lucky you are. Not even the luckiest star could give you this. No matter how hard you wish. You don't know how lucky you are. Not even the luckiest star could give you this. No matter how hard you wish. Can you feel the air? Well, I'll take you there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gray skies be gone. But now can you see the space left between us? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all we've left. Remember when the roads were long and occupied with thoughts of you and getting lost within each song, pretending walking lines led to your arms, growing up believing love was lost. Oh, oh. You don't know how lucky you are. Not even the luckiest star could give you this. No matter how hard you wish. You don't know how lucky you are. Not even the luckiest star could give you this. No matter how hard you wish. Can you feel the air? Well, I'll take you there. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Gray skies be gone. But now can you see the space left between us? Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's all we've left. This next song is